Hello and welcome to our Blaenau Festiniog series of explores. Over the first few months of 2023 we have explored as much of the area as we could with the time we had. We focused on the Minor Vern site as well as the Votty and Bowydd quarries. We visited these quarries 23 years ago and wanted to see how much has changed. We were shocked at the condition of the Minor Vern slate dressing sheds in particular. Time and vandalism had taken their toll up there, but it was still a spectacular explore. So please make sure you subscribe and have your notifications turned on. There will be quite a few episodes covering the overground and underground explores. There will be many more over the next few months. Thank you very much and please enjoy. Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Blaenau Festiniog. So behind me we have the little iconic diesel locomotive in the car park. So this is just a bit of an introduction to our Explore series that me and my brother have been doing of the quarries in Blaenau Festiniog. So we're starting it off with this quarry behind us, the Votty Bowydd and Diffwys quarry. Diffwys being at the top. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, my brother's just nodding at me, saying yes, that's right. We don't want to get this bit wrong. So yeah, we thought we'd start the Explorer in the car park at the bottom on a very beautiful, what are we in March now? Yeah. February?
Yeah, we tried this in January.
Yeah, we started in January, done various bits of filming up there, but we still haven't got it out yet, the filming and all. So yeah, we're starting here today. I thought we'd start where the slate came from the quarries in this car park. Thought we'd start here and then take you into the videos. So from this intro there'll be quite a few videos with different episodes. Take you along the explore we've done. So without further ado, here we go. So here we go, we're starting at the very beginning, well the very end where the slate would come down. This car park here in Blaenau is, well what did it used to be? It used to be Thor's Railway Terminus. For the Festiniog Railway. So this is here, I think, just as a bit of a, this is what was here, although this wouldn't have been here, but the wagons would have been, wouldn't they? Their period from the time, so that was pretty cool though, isn't it? We'll have a quick look around. Been nicely painted up, hasn't it? It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Paint on it in the environment up here. Highest rainfall in the UK.
What, here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it? It's a Hunter
Hundlet. It's got an Alsa Crane diesel engine in it, later Perkins, cast iron frame. The Americans love that because they cast their loco frames, but obviously later on moved on to fabricated. Yeah, I think this came from Trevor Breakwater, somewhere else in Gwynedd. Obviously came into the area through the Oakley Slate Quarry, what was Gone Gallen Museum, but I think it's now standing testament to the former use of this area site as a gate guardian.
Yeah, which is this? The entrance to, well, they've made a little monument here.
Yeah, I noticed this last time.
We didn't really look at it, to be honest, did we?
These are,
Oh, yeah.
And they've used them in the construction of these pillars.
Damp course slates.
Yeah, they're the same width as the brick and length. So before you had the DPC and that, yeah, this was the old way of doing stop the damp getting up in the house. You put a slate course in.
That's interesting. Did not know that.
And what's that? Stack them in the quarry because of synthetics come on now. So they'll see.
Wow. Pretty impressive little thing. I mean, it's quite nice they've done this. I mean, these have been here years now, haven't they? Yeah. But again, something you take for granted when you come to these places so often. Oh, they have a water. Yeah, I remember that as kids. Yeah. So let's one more look at the little train. There you go.
Very worn out wagons.
So these are the original slate wagons. They would have brought the slates down from the quarries in.
Yeah.
So when you watch the rest of the video, folks, the inclines we keep talking about, these would have been the things that would have been pulled up and down, loaded with slates. We should see if I can show you a picture of one full of slate. Maybe the Festniog Railway have these, don't they, on display with slates and stuff in, and so does the Norwich. So, right, this is the former site of the old terminus for the Festniog Railway and the slate exchange sidings. So we can see dead ahead of us is the quarry up to Votty Bowydd and Diffwys incline, right in line with us there. You'll see from the drone footage. We'll fly over it, and it gives you an idea of it came straight into the end of the sidings here. This is the old station terminus, which is now a toilet block.
The images of the quarry got mine first.
Yeah, that's all monument. Nice. Again, a European fund, yeah, for those European fans out there. Yeah, won't be getting any of that anymore now. That's all gone. Someone's throwing some poo up there. Nice.
Danger man.
Danger man, yeah.
Inspecting the chamber roof.
This is pretty cool. You get all these little images on. They've gone for the time of putting these on the windows. We've probably been seeing this underground.
It's definitely opening.
Yeah.
So to chain the top of the cranes. Then you got mine fern incline. In steam powered days.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A lot of stuff.
That's all gone now, has it? Well, they've chopped the roof in half.
Never seen it.
So that's all up.
Two blokes here riding on the wagons.
Yeah. Wow.
That's going up and down.
Yeah, we've filmed. You'll see later on in our video series. There's the 4 tracks on here. That track's not been used there. It's all fallen onto it. Look. So that track got taken out of action. Now there's like a little thing being constructed there, isn't there? So it's a really interesting early photo. It's cool, isn't it? Again, it's got some really unusual old photos.
A few retaining walls down here now to support
Yeah.
that.
Have a look, there's probably more of these around the corner.
The colour limits are on the side, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the gents is open today. There we go. Okay, you see the old ticket. But that was where they got the tickets from there, do you think? That's pretty cool. You know, European Development Fund helped to keep these places restored. Not around anymore. That's cool. That's all gone. You can't even tell. There's a little bit of one of these left, isn't there?
I think the 3 of them are still there, but the top's
Yeah, the
missing.
main road goes through there now, doesn't it?
Miss off that one and these
That
two still.
whole side's gone, isn't it? That whole been dug out. Yeah,
No, it's that.
that side. Yeah, yeah,
So that's coming out of the tunnel.
yeah.
So this is, I think they call it Denis part
Yeah.
of the FR. And you got
Yeah,
that
very
cool
cool.
gravity's train up top, with a dog riding on top.
Blaenau Festniog Railway do these gravity trains on special occasions. There's some YouTube videos of it. Check it out, people. Pretty cool footage. They actually reenact it.
And the original traction up the top there, the dandy wagon, the horse.
That's a really cool video. Picture of where we are now. Is that right? Ish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. So we're here. There's the station building. You can see the Festiniog Railway locomotives. That's the incline I've just told you. You are here. Yeah. And there's that incline. But it's a double track there. Is it double? Oh, of course it was double track, idiot. Yeah. Stupid moment there. And a horse. Yeah, not a lot there. Horse and a truck.
Dandy wagon.
Not too spiteful parking charges. Yeah, people, it's pretty cool. I mean, yes, it's just a building, but it's a bit of history. And this is, like I say, it's the original terminus for the FR Railway. So there we are. Right, back onto filming the next bit. Don't know whether you can see that.
Nice noise from the bus.
Lovely bus for that time. So when we were kids, so me and my brother, we had a little, our mum and dad had a little cottage here when we were growing up as kids. We used to come up on weekends. And this slate, it doesn't do it anymore, but there's an edge around the top and water comes out and flows down it. And I don't know whether it doesn't work anymore or what.
Put a pound in it.
Put a pound in it and find out, yeah.
Where's the swap?
Diffwys Square. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Is that the actual?
Yeah, there's the station built our toilets.
Well, there we go. That's pretty cool.
It gives you an idea of the
yeah.
obviously from old postcard.
In Cymraeg as well as English for those bilingual out there. That's really interesting. I've not seen that photo before. So this here is basically that there. You can see the station building there and the railway lines there. It's basically the toilet block over there, which is pretty cool. Some more memorabilia.
That's interesting, isn't it? How they've done the
Memorabilia for people. So that's the bus station there. So at the moment, that's the current terminus for the Blaenau Festiniog Railway, but of course it was never there. It was up here. This was the original terminus here, wasn't it? I'm right in thinking.
Got it.
But it actually carried on, didn't it?
That's it. It was remoulded in the 60s.
Yeah.
Actually, a very nice video of the opening of the new station online colour film with a local MP, the House of Parliament, Welsh talker. I forget his name, but put a link in it for you.
See, it's a beautiful day in Blaenau again. Not very often this happens. Oh, this just
Oh
shit
God, they're melting.
Oh!
Ice have become one. Be a big sodden white lump of chocolate.
So because we're skinflints, we do these explores on an extreme budget.
Extreme. There's a base incline here.
Yes, that's the base of the. What's that incline? That's the.
Oh, that's Ryback number 1.
Ryback number 1. So that went to.
Diffwys, Parkcross Road.
That's Diffwys incline down there.
That's the police station.
Yeah, police station Headloo. So that one there, we went to the top of. So I've filmed all this in a really weird order.
Yeah,
So we come back to do bits. The intro I've just done, I deleted the footage of. So my first video is late going out because I forgot. Well, I deleted it. So we're back at the beginning, at the bottom of the Slate entrance, or as we've nicknamed it, the Urbex Highway. See, that's the up there. So that would have gone to, that would have served Minor Verne, principally.
Everything up here would have come down that.
That one there.
So many access points.
Apart from the one over there, which was the Diffwys one.
I'm not parking in everyone else's.
Oh, the gate's been shut today.
No point, no lock on it anymore. Chopped it off to get the quad bikes through, didn't they?
Yeah, well, they've shut it.
Flying up there like missiles. We're down here. Leaving all state with the gearbox leak again.
Is it still leaking?
No, it should be right now. I've changed the seal.
Gosh.
Very unusual problem for a micro. Anyway, that'll do.
Yeah.
I'll reverse back
Right.
actually.
Micro power.
Yeah, good little car these. Especially if you're on a budget. Right then.
Off we go. Right, where were we today, Chunk?
We're actually at Votty Bowydd, exit incline. And behind us is the exit drumhouse. I believe they shut in 1963. One of the first big companies to shut.
So we've just come from the car park down there, which is what are we on? What's the date today? It's the 20-something of January. Oh, you can see the power station over there. It's forecast snow for well, we're here. It's about 3 or 4 p.m. It's still early morning, but just look at the scenery. It's absolutely stunning. So yes, we're halfway at the quarry today. It's at it's Oakley Quarry, this one. What's the actual official name for it?
Votty is this one.
Votty Quarry.
To the sunrise, that is Oakley over the distance. And you've got Tenerife slightly to the left. But in the foreground, you've got Blaenau.
Down there, which we used to live as kids. We used to have a holiday house down there. Yeah. Let's just turn this round.
This is the mill floor. This is the last floor.
This is a mill down here, was it?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a loco shed or an old water wheel pit or what, repurposed down there. The only building surviving you can see.
Wow, yeah, it's like a garage or something, isn't it?
That's a level where everyone goes in.
So yeah, as you can see, this path here, we've just come up. Along here, there's still some of the old wire there. You can see some of the old wire there. It's quite frosty here, but again, it's actually all right. The old winding drum here. The wire is still in the ground. That's where the brakeman was, you were saying, wasn't it? That's where the brakeman used to go in there.
Interesting one, this. It's got twin brake round on it.
Yeah.
I've not seen.
Look at that. Still got all the wire on it. I mean, yeah, better for worse for the wear, but you can still, it's still got the grease on it.
And a lot of people will know more about this than I will, but the reason it's just got wood on it, I suspect, is for a softer braking force. Something else I haven't seen. Quite peculiar. And normally it's steel on steel, or the brake padding's on the band, not actually timbered on the drum. So there must be a reason for it. Obviously, it's very wet round here. A wet brake, as we've discovered in my incline, is actually quite better to handle than a dry brake. Dry brake snags. So
it's only got one brake in the middle, is it? Do you reckon there's one on the outer one there as well? Probably not. Maybe just on the middle.
I imagine it might have been designed to have two, because of the
maybe they're just
calculations might have been quite overwhelming, because the length of this is quite long.
Well, you look how thin that is there. I reckon it probably just got too thin.
Ah, of course.
And
I see.
Yeah, and it's, but I don't know. Well, it's actually probably a lot of weight went down this at one point, didn't it? I imagine. So
now I'm standing here, you can see it's taken a good 3/4 inch off that.
Yeah.
Possibly that's been used as a last measure, because they didn't have any money at the end here to invest in it. I think like Oakley, the electrical sheathing was coming off on the ground.
The advanced rust going on there with that thing. So that's obviously been hung. That there was probably up there. So it's been hung there, and then over years the water's pooled and just rusted it out. I mean, it's still about 1 centimetre thick, that metal, and there's big pits in it. Oh, I'm not going to stand underneath this bloody thing.
The water drips off it.
Yeah. Alright, let's have a look around it a bit more. Again, absolutely stunning.
It's like a Turner Brothers and Newtown rubbish truck here.
Oh wow, look, yeah.
No handle on the end, but it's got a draw gear on the front.
Wow.
Extreme
Someone's probably nicked its wheels.
To be honest, it was easiest things to take when they...
Right, yeah, you just pull them off and scrap them, isn't it? Another incline there, is it? I take it? Yeah, there's a winding wheel up there, isn't there?
I don't know that much about this setup here. It's completely new to me. Obviously, the Allure was minor fern years ago.
Yeah.
This area kind of got overlooked because it was deemed as already stripped out, but it's still got a lot of interesting features around it to look at. Particularly the Diffwys Castle Mill at the top here.
Where we're up to next. Go a bit higher and then hopefully get the drone out and get some of the scenery in before the weather closes in.
Like power line or power poles tops there on the floor, those bits of twisted metal.
Ah, breath. That's where we just come from, that winding drum there. We're on another incline here. Move that down. There's a little sleeper there. And this is like the other places we've been. It blows your mind. This is just the tip of the iceberg with this place, but I mean, all put here by hand. There's a bridge across there. Oh yeah, you can see that. We'll get a better view when we get up there. But yeah, you can see the winding drum up there by Adam. Very cool. Same with that side. See if I can just film a bit this one going, but it's pretty rough going up here. Doesn't help the fact that building yourself up to go on a trip like this, doesn't matter the amount of walking you do, climbing you do. I did nothing, none of it, with a backpack as almost as heavy as me, all my camera gear and stuff, and there we go. Look at that.
Gone now.
You can see some mine equipment over there as well, look.
You can blame ground force for that.
Yeah.
The garden slate is gone. Jesus. They use machines to get rid of it in like 20 years. It probably took man to do it in probably 80 to 90 years. Every bit of that was put there by hand.
Crazy, isn't it? Should get a full 360 of this.
The brake handle's still on this one, look.
Oh wow, look at that.
Anchor that's on the floor. It's got a fulcrum further inside to get the...
You can see this here. Brake handle. It was along here. Pivots. Probably that wasn't your pivot point there originally though, was it?
I don't know actually. It would have been on here, but something's knocked off. There's no chance to get that.
And you can see up there where it goes to like a pivot point up there, and then that band that goes around it basically just tightens up and stops it from turning there. Yeah, the rope's been taken off this one a long time ago. Look at that, yeah. Oh, I see, so they move that to tighten it up and...
Instead of going up there and adjusting it, you can do it down here. Look at blacksmiths have forged this out of solid metal, or welded it.
Yeah. Wow.
The water's dripped off that a lot.
There's no ice on this one, is there?
The band breaks about to fall off, look. Because the rust is holding it there, a bit of good luck.
Wow.
It's a smaller drum.
Yeah.
A bit more band break over here, this side's fell off on the floor.
Oh yeah, it's just completely gone, isn't it? That's got the old asbestos on it as well, look.
But look at the height of the drum compared to the
See it?
incline. Oh yes, Orca bear belting.
Let's just zoom in that. There, you can just see it. Little line of asbestos.
Interesting, that. Still got machine marks in the cast spider there. It's not a frame cut, it's cast to be... when they've got it in the foundry, they've cut it obviously on a shaping machine to get rid of the...
But you can see how thick that one is.
Yeah.
The meat on the metal compared to the one down the bottom. Oh, there's the rest of the brake band, look. There it is, let's just move the camera down. There you go, well you can see that's the lining, look. Oh yes, it's rock solid, it's probably because of the frost. And copper nails in it.
Tiles off the top. If they were copper, the roof would still be on. They rust up, they split the battens and the slates come off. A bit of £30 rail there, it's rusted to nothing. You can see the slate here, the back of the roof came on the wall. You see here, James?
Wow.
It's made some wall anchors up. The strips of bar from the wood down.
I can't really get that on the camera. Just zoom in.
That's obviously to protect it from high winds and bad weather.
Oh yeah, because there's bits of metal at the top, little thin bits of metal. It's hard to see, though. It doesn't really zoom in particularly well. Right. Some more buildings and stuff here. Wow, so what was this? Was this a workshop, was it? A big chimney over there.
Various
mills.
For sawing, splitting, slightly sort of Australian to Norway.
Another incline now, look.
Maybe some planers.
Another incline going straight up there as well. Bloody hell.
Not much of a stacking yard here though. There's only this area here. There's another incline up there. I think that what goes up to Diffwys and Casson, that incline over there.
That one just behind the sheds here, going up.
Yeah. Fantastic dry stone wall in there.
That chimney there as well.
It could have been steam driven this. It's quite away from water here.
Shall we have a quick mooch at that while we're here? I say before, this is one of them places again you can spend a day just looking at this before you even get near to anything at the top of higher levels. Unfortunately, these are some of the only parts which are left intact, because a lot of the other parts have all been exposed now from open cast mining. It's not too sure what the deal is up here with. From what I read online, it closed in 2010 to mining, but I think the company Zipworld own the site now. Wow, that's pretty cool. Ooh, that's deep. In there. Wow. Move the head up, help. Some sort of base for an engine, probably. That big chimney over there, or foundry, I don't really know. There's some big steam pipes or something there. Oh, it's very old. I'll be really careful along here, it's really icy. I think I'll go around. Hope the picture on this one's a bit better. That's a slight upgrade from the GoPro Hero 4 to a Pocket 2. So hopefully 4K and better audio in this one today. Wow, pretty cool. I assume that's a chimney for foundry, but I don't see any sort of way into it really. Oh, bizarre. It might just be a pillar. I know, I've just seen that in there. Heck of a drop, isn't it? Well, I was just looking at that, but there's no hole into that chimney unless the boiler... Ah, so it was an underground flue. Ah, right, so chances are that thing...
The bed's been... The cylinder would have been there, and this would have been where the tank would have been. The bolt. So the second line would have been here.
Wow, so it was an old engine then.
We would have driven a line shaft in up the top by a belt somewhere. But yeah, this is...
There's a big hole here.
Single cylinder.
You reckon?
Chances are that's either...
Oh look, some old...
square bolts.
Have a look at that there. Yeah, that's old.
Cast iron water pipes over there.
We're trying to work out whether... Let's just zoom this up. We're getting used to this thing. Trying to work out. So that big chimney there, we think there was a flue in the old Victorian days of old Victorian. They used to have the flues who went underground because the boilers were sunk in the ground, weren't you were saying?
Yeah.
So we reckon it could have been an underground flue, maybe underneath this here, because there's quite a big deep hole, like maybe there.
The ash tunnel there.
Ash tunnel. I mean, this is really deep under here.
Probably a pump shaft, that water.
Yeah.
Intersect the level or
There's huge slate slabs.
They've chipped this out obviously for a feed pipe or something to run up here.
Yeah.
Neatly.
Bizarre. So it was definitely an engine of some sort to drive this mill, wasn't it? A long time ago.
Looking at this, it looks like it was a horizontal.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
I think 30 horsepower, maybe more. But it's all been chipped to get the engine bed level on these slabs have set in.
Yeah. Cool. A bit of history forgotten about. And there's more up there. I think a lot of the stuff up there is probably going to be pretty much gone. Like over there, you can see the big machinery. Well, you can't really see it, but I might zoom in on edit. There's huge excavators over there and bulldozers. It is a weekday and it is an active mine, so we're going to steer clear of that. Stay out here over the side out of the way, I think. But again, it's just absolutely beautiful. Look at the views. Good God.
Rare.
It is incredibly rare.
It's like climbing Ben Nevis in this weather. It's just rare.
Yeah.
Family toilet. Just look at this.
What level are we on now then? We've.
Do you know what? I think it's level 3.
This is again another old building
Intermediate.
with a chimney on it. Just look at this curved wall here. Oh, looks like some sort of tunnel there. Look. Or is it just a little underpass maybe from?
Oh, this is
just an incline, another incline here.
an early idea
Going
we
up.
had, James, was the mills used to chuck the waste out the back under the dressing machine.
Yeah.
The wagons.
Yeah.
So this would have been all hollow behind us. Now they run under here to the tips before all this.
They just filled it all up.
So this incline predates the one we just came up.
Wow.
It looks like there was either a set of steps here or this was an earlier incline, look.
It's pretty cool, this is a curved wall. I don't know whether it's intentionally curved, but... And another chimney there. So you reckon this is another incline going up?
Well, someone's hit that there, look.
I just saw that, yeah.
Like a loco's derailed and smacked into it. It's about the height for a loco buffer.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine there would have been some sort of tramway along here. This building here. Who knows what this would have been. I did hear that they did have minor accommodation up here, didn't they? But whether this is them.
I don't think.
But then there's that big chimney which suggests it was probably a mill of some description, doesn't it really? Wow, this heather's quite deep. Yeah, the ice is making it particularly difficult to... we've just gone up one incline which wasn't great. Let's just get to the edge here. Yeah, that is a chimney there, you can just see down. That's where we were just a minute ago. And you can see the chimney. I see the chimney on the screen, come on, where is it? There it is. It's down there. And then Blaenau there. I just can't get how clear it is. It's a bit bleached out, I'm afraid. One of the joys is I haven't got any filters for this camera, so unfortunately the contrast is just too high for it. Even when it's on auto. Yeah, but yeah, we're on another level. Another incline up there. That's where we're off to soon. Let's find a safe route up because the incline we just come up was not safe. It's taken us a good 15 minutes to get up there safely. Oh yeah, another dressing shed, isn't it? Yeah. So this would have been a dressing shed, but these pillars probably would have supported the roof, or maybe a drive shaft for the machines. Go for this heather is so deep, just sinking through it. Good grief. God. I mean, it was always going to be a task coming up here on a day like today with this weather, but we thought, let's give it a go. Forecast is good until later on. Oh wow, look at this. Ooh. Oh wow, I need to put my foot in that there then. Look at that. Good big pit. Yeah, some big slabs here. I'm going to go for it. Wow, look at that.
Probably got turned into a boiler pit later on. Boiler setting.
Some folks over there in black. Well, like I say, it is a weekday, so there's going to be people around. Yeah, there's that machinery is over there. That's where the big workshop is. And the rally stage, Rally GB used to go around there. And then, that's it there. You see the road over there? Yeah, that's the stage. So it went round and then down. So, yeah, about 3 years ago, just before COVID, the company I worked for, we were doing the sound for the Rally GB, which is North Wales Rally stages that they do. I don't know much more about that, I'm afraid, but we basically peppered the whole hillside with loudspeakers for the public address system, which was really fun job. Sideways rain wasn't fun, but then that's Wales for you, especially this part of Wales. This is why a day like today is just so rare.
So rewarding. Incline, and you've got minor fern tip there, which has slowly been eaten away.
So you can see here the modern... So Adam was just telling me that it used to be a mill here. Now I think from reading up what I have found online without looking at proper books and stuff, there was a mill, huge mill site here. It's all long gone, it's all open cast now. I'm assuming they're mining slate fill for when you have like slate chippings in your garden, because there's a big crushing machine there. I'm trying to look at it on a tiny screen, this camera, but there's a big green crushing machine over there. I'll try and zoom in later on the on editing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so they're obviously using that yellow loader to load into it, and yeah, that's what they're doing. Thankfully no one there today. Again, let's just pan around. Good grief. It's going to be a lot of sun here, so it's probably going to bleach it out. But we've just come from that other mill site down there. That's where we've just been. Now we just got this incline, which is much safer because the sun's melted the ice away. But the incline we came on down there was not a wise move. But we got halfway up, we were kind of committed, so we should have gone on there. But again, we're trying to avoid, I mean, there's no one there today, but we are just trying to avoid the workings, keep out of their way. But yeah, we're up approaching this next winding house here, which has had a drum delete, but some interesting stonework on that. And that's some level up here, which are up next. But we'll even get some photographs of this and maybe show a before and after, because I think like you, I remember seeing photos. It was a massive shed, wasn't it? It was huge.
The water wheel in the centre of it.
Was that the one, or was that the top shed that had the water wheel in it? Was it this one that had the water wheel?
Warrior had the
Yeah.
water-powered mill set up.
Anyway, this is where we are.
Water after each mill.
You can see power station, hydro power station over there. Ah, oh, good grief, look at that. It's just stunning, isn't it?
I'll footpath it up to here.
So we just come up to this little winding house. It's quite interesting. We just come up to it, and it's traditionally, I don't walk too far back, there's a big ledge. It's got this little wall and a hole. It's definitely a winding house because we're on top of an incline here.
Spectacular, isn't it?
But if you look at it inside, how strange is this? It's got what looks like a little fireplace in it. Move the camera down. And then you can see the side flashing where they used to have a wall. It was even rendered inside by the looks of it. I mean, the other thing I think of is maybe it was operated from in here. Maybe the floor went down much lower inside. There's loads of rotten wood in there. Let's give me down to have a look. Yeah, and they operated it from here and the tracks went over it perhaps. Very strange. This bit of snow here. Wow. I keep saying it, but you don't get a day like this in Blaenau, ever. This is insane. We'll take it. This is January, the end of January. It's been raining every day and snowing for the last 2 days at this end of the world by the looks of it. So I do apologise. I normally do film whilst we're doing these walks all the time, but it's just not safe. The amount of ice that's around these climbs, so I've been putting the camera away. Plus I don't want to break my new camera, so there we go. I do love the stonework on that. I mean,
something else, isn't it?
Well, they've gone through a lot of effort to do that, haven't they? Which is bizarre, because normally these things were just built for a purpose. They weren't built to look pretty, but they've done the edges on it, which whoever did that obviously has taken pride, weren't they? So up another incline now. That difficult to get to, that one, but just seen some vans turn up down there. Again, we're keeping out their way. That's the old skip. Apparently Adam was saying they used to use this to dump a lot of the rubbish. And there's the headgear of another incline there, which apparently was electrically operated, but there's nothing left apart from some axle boxes on top. But we'll hopefully in a bit get to see some more of that further up. Yeah, maybe see a bit more of this on our way down. But this place is just so vast. It's a bit like Norway. Right, we'll carry on. Oh, they're on the move down there. Right, another level. Just ascended this, out of breath again. This rucksack's killer. Again, super amount of sunlight coming over. So what's the deal? There's another winding. Is this a winding drum?
Right.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I can hardly tell it was ever.
Yeah, this one was very early. You're talking early 1800s now. This was Diffwys Quarry, later Diffwys Castle. One of the earliest winding drums in the area was on this. It did survive until the 70s, late 80s, early 80s. Got destroyed sadly. It was made of timber spiders, not cast like the rest. But this was started by two boys, and the father put the money up for the lease. and it was the first mechanised quarry in the area. Later become Diffwys and Casson.
So what was the date from that, do you reckon? Early 1800s? Because this started mining, didn't they, in the 1810s or something daft like that, didn't they?
I think it's the first one to have rail sheds in it, this Diffwys Quarry.
Well, you could just see the sheds of, what's the name, Minor Verne over there. That's a listed structure, those sheds, that's why they're still there, aren't they?
Yeah.
I wonder why down there, where all that working stuff is, that wasn't listed. Well, I bet it was, but they just thought, bugger it, we'll just get rid of it.
Quarry Bank House is actually...
That's that shed I was on about down there. Can you see it, the green shed?
Oh, yeah.
But just to the left of the end of the shed where that yellow digger is,
Skylights.
they were parked there, those trains.
That's the old mill.
Yeah.
Probably one of the only other old mills here.
But they still had the tracks and stuff in there because we were going to run electric from the mill across when we were based all over there when we did the Rally GB.
Yeah.
We were running the cable across, but we worked out we needed something like 300 metres of cable.
Wow.
And we had to take it across, and they had these big heavy vehicles going across it. We were like, even if we put cable protector down,
It'd destroy it with 2 loads.
yeah, we decided, and so we did a recce up here. This was years ago now, but we decided to abandon that idea and just get a generator.
The far distance, the quarry, it's actually on the other side of the valley. That's Oakley, and you got McAlpine's latest shed on there, the grey
That
shed.
big grey shed,
The
yeah,
silo at the back sticking up
yeah,
to the left end of the building. To the left, extreme left, towards the end of the tip, there's a big slate roof building. That was the old museum shed for the Globflagannel exhibition.
So what's in there now?
I'm not sure, probably to do with the quarry, but it was house a lot of very rare locos. A chap called Richard Morris collected.
Yeah.
He actually lived in a house below the tips there until he passed away a couple of years ago. But it was quite a place in the 90s and the 80s. As kids, we went there, and obviously it was a brilliant place to go. Sadly gone.
Was that that incline that goes to that random tunnel in the side up there? We did that, didn't we, when we were like, we were both in our 40s now. We did that in our very early, sort of late teens, didn't we?
I think I was about 9 when the first one up it. I think you were about 10. It's not long before my dad sold the house. But there's a tunnel that goes through the back. There is a name for it.
There's lots of weird sort of workings behind it, wasn't it? It looked like it kind of looked like it started to turn it into like a museum, but then sort of give up. We'll have to look into that one maybe, but
that's
that's further round, isn't it?
Carmarthen. This.
Yeah, it's further round. Sorry, yeah.
Two
It's a tunnel, isn't it? So the incline goes through a tunnel. There's a headgear at top. Ragsin, that's the one. I couldn't quite think of it. So where does that go then?
That goes through the hill to the back. Actually taps into the upper Oakley slate seam, but I think it got bought out after the slate crash by Oakley.
Yeah.
Don't know the full history on these things. It's a massive index subject. There's a lot of people who know more about it than I ever will. And it's just, appreciating what you're looking at and knowing what you're looking at is more what we're doing.
Yeah. You can see the line of the incline down there where it goes straight across the road and into what is now the car park, which was once upon a time where the slate wagons were loaded onto the FR.
Diffwys station.
Was that also the main line connection there? Was that further down?
Yes.
And the station's now further down, obviously. But there's a plinth there with a little diesel engine in on it, isn't there? With some wagons in the car park.
That's the one.
Yeah.
It's a Hunslet and 2 Western slate wagons.
Well, there we go. Right, we shall ascend a bit more of this. See some more of this stuff going on up here.
We've got a Diffwys mill across the moor.
Yeah. Right, see you in a bit. Just come across this little building just from where we just were, and it's a little weighbridge. I'm just standing over there. So little rail lines would have come along here, and then we would have been a big piece of steel here, iron, and that's where the mechanism would have gone down there. And yeah, the weighman's sort of little building thing. Don't worry about the sun. Again, one of the next things to purchase on this camera is some filters. What's that?
Yeah, it's a black powder magazine up there. There's no windows or door in it. It's built very, very well.
That building there. Cool. Some more relics. Yeah, we're definitely on the remains of a tramway here. A little cut in. Yeah. and walk along with this bit of footage. Yeah, there's no way I'm filming whilst going up those inclines, it's just too dangerous. I'm wearing some good boots, but even they struggle. Traction. Oh wow, you can just see the edge of the wheel on that one. Still got the winding wheel in it. Wow. Well, there we go. Look at that. Still there.
Different design again, but similar looking.
Got a little bit of cable still on it. So where did that go? Wow. Oh, this is that one we would have ended up if we carried on going. Yeah.
That is like 2 ties down there.
Yeah, so those workshops is, oh, let's get the camera right. So those workshops down the very bottom, that's where we started much earlier on, and we were going to come all the way up here along this. We came up the first section to that very lower level that we got off because it was just too dangerous. Here is very slippy, but yeah, that's that incline. And there's the drum, it's still there. How cool is that? Again, another unusual design, isn't it? Yeah.
Got a bit of clog wear on the slate, which just moves it off.
Ooh, crikey, yeah. Oh, you can see the fixings.
I think I had a cable on here. See the wear marks there? They look like,
No, it's probably where you've been pulling the bar back and forth.
Well, look at the angle. It's quite a steep angle. The bar wouldn't bend that much if the angle fulcrum was there. So this must have been a cable to the linkage up there, which is unusual. I've not seen that before.
I reckon it's probably a linkage, it's just, but if he's pushing on it, it'd be bending it maybe. It wouldn't be a cable, would it? That's probably a bar, that, but yeah, look how it's worn that.
Bars that thin linked to winding drums.
That's a lot of...
It's very interesting how it goes right back.
But yeah, I reckon it's the lever. Because all the others, the bars are quite long, aren't they, that push and open and close them. God, this is a bit dangerous, fucking... I swear.
You go up to that magazine, never go up to the mill that way.
Yeah.
This is quite a spectacular incline. I love how it curves round and meets it on the...
This little tramway.
It almost does a 180 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't go down there.
It's almost a mirror image of the top of number 2 over there. How it's set back in the rock.
Let's better look at that drum. Right, let's go and have a look at that building there.
Who's in it, James?
What?
12th and 7th, 22.
Who?
Someone called Jams.
Jams. Right, this is that little building. Let's just get out the... well, I'm going actually further into the sun. Perfect. Try not to slip. This pretty robust looking slate building, Adam thinks is a gunpowder store. She's probably right. Well, not that I'm an expert at these things, but that's that drum house we were just looking at a second ago. So, come along here. Yeah, he says he thinks it's probably a gunpowder store. Well, it's got no windows, and the walls are almost a metre thick, or 2 foot thick, 2.5 foot thick. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, look at this. The thickness of this wall. Yeah, pretty robust little building. I mean, it is just a little building. It's nothing special, I suppose, but still quite interesting. Yeah. So you reckon that was a gunpowder building then?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Probably made of mill ends. There's no jagged slate in it.
Yeah.
It's got mortar in the walls, very thick walls. A lot of it's almost an overbuilt building.
Yeah.
Interesting, the door faces the tip, so if there's an explosion, the door will be blasted off that way.
Still a little bit of wood on it.
Anything it can interfere with as well.
Yeah, you can see how thick the walls are. It's a pretty substantial building, isn't it? Has the guess it probably had quite a thick slate roof as well, maybe.
Oh, the idea is the roof would blow off.
Yeah.
Better it went upwards and sideways.
Hell of a way from the mine site, isn't it? But then I suppose that's what you want. If that was to go up.
I can't actually see a footpath to the front to it. I think there is.
I bet you there probably was one here along. I mean, there's some sort of structure there, look. Do we pop up here? I mean, this is uncharted territory, isn't it, up here? We are going higher than that big mill, which everybody seems to go to, which we will end up probably going into later, and have a look around like just about everyone else, but that is pretty cool. But this is all the stuff that, again, everybody who comes up here, they miss out on. I mean, I find this interesting.
Unfortunately, it's disappearing every year.
Yeah. Well, you never know, do you? The quarry over there, they're mining all that out. I mean, I guess it's easy for them, that, isn't it? So,
Quick money.
quick money. They won't be after any of the stuff up here. Slate business around these parts. I don't know, actually. If it's still... I mean, I know they do the slate in that quarry, but that's mainly the stuff for people's gardens. Fill and whatnot. Slate filling. Chip-ins for your garden or whatever. Oh, strange little structure. A latrine maybe, who knows?